Yeah, just keep your mic audio off. Oh, there it is. Says we're live. Mic audio was on. Real quick. Did you turn off iRacing voice chat? Did you turn off iRacing voice chat?
Some guys are on a long run and stuff, so after y'all get done, y'all want to have a little pit party, kick the preseason off, have some fun before the race?
Yeah. Hitting. All right, cool. All right, good luck, buddy.
All right, hello and welcome in everyone. This is the first preseason race of the Gen 6 series in First Gear Racing. We've got practice going on right now. We got about a little over little under 30 minutes of practice left. We'll start qualifying around 9 o'clock, and the race will follow shortly after. So get in, get settled down, and we'll get in here and get ready to go. And Jason Haney loses it and hits the inside wall. And we've got the 17 car of Chris Mayo there. Looks like the guys are lining up for a pit party. What they'll do in a pit party is just go out and practice a start and see how it goes for practicing for a real start. Right now we've got Todd Smith is the fastest. We got Kyle Heath second, Joshua O'Brien third. Looks like Jason's going to go out for another run here. Jason warming up that high line as he comes out of turn 4, coming to the start-finish line. He's going to pass the pack as they come up. Good start from Todd Smith there. Got 3 wide action back there behind James Malloy. Malloy making a move underneath. Todd Smith rim riding the wall. 3 wide for de facto second position. That pack is very tight going into turn 1. A lot of maneuvering and jockeying for position going there. Oh, 3 wide, and Trevor Benz loses it. Almost the whole field wrecks there. Todd Smith makes it through. As does the 6 car of Josh Peterson and the 75 of William McKellar. Big wreck back there. We'll try to replay that as I learn my way through this. Just hard-nosed racing. Malloy was up high. They come 3 wide. Everybody trying to fight for the same real estate. Oh, what a crash. Malloy loses the front end on that number 92 DuPont Chevy. Get back to more live action on practice here. Got a few cars rolling out on track again. We do have our YouTube chat live up and running, so if you want to comment, maybe I'm talking too loud, let me know in the comments. Try to go around the field here a little bit, see who else is running out here, see what some paint schemes are. We got newcomer Brody Pope. He's making his first start this evening in our league. He's driving the number 29 Granger Chevrolet. Oh, Todd Smith is in the wall. Looks like he's going to clear traffic and get down out of the way. There's Joshua O'Brien as he tags the wall as well. It seems like anybody I want to put on camera wants to tag the wall. Check out the 75 car of William McKellar. Looks like he's in a Fallout tribute paint scheme. And Brody Pope is off track. What are we doing down there? Looks like he's coming to a stop. We got Jason Haney in the 9 car. Working on passing the 19 nationwide scheme of Ivan Deschamps. Ivan's going to tag the wall and hit the side of Jason. Looks like Jason's going to carry on with that side damage from Ivan. Here comes Josh Peterson on the track. He's driving the Castrol Ford number 6. Got 5 cars out on track right now. Play with the tower tracker we have here. Throw some times up there so you can see what the lap times are looking like. Right on board with Josh Peterson here, going into turn 3. We'll take a lap around Nashville Speedway. It's a 1.33 mile concrete track. It's got 4 turns and a tri-oval. Looks like Todd Smith has lost it on the inside there. This track is hard on tires. It's a big turn in radius, and Josh loses it. He's going to hit the inside wall. You were riding on board with him there, folks. Car got loose and he overcorrected. We'll take a look now at Jason Haney as he crosses the line. He is 7th on the speed charts at the moment. There's James Malloy in the number 92 DuPont Chevrolet. We have George Buck in a unique looking Haviland scheme. It looks like he's blended Davies' 1998 car and 1990 car and his 1992 car, and he loses it coming into the pits. He's going to slide through the grass. He's going to miss the cone. Some of the guys like to practice pit stops and pit entry when they come in here. Could possibly be what George was doing there. And we've got Tommy Thompson in the unsponsored number 7. Here comes the only foreigner in our field, and he's from Canada. It's Mark Ouellette and the number 80 Reptile Rescue. He runs the little rescue where he houses turtles mostly. That's a sharp looking paint scheme with the black and the two-tone green there. We've got 15 cars registered and 14 of them have turned a lap in practice. Take a look at Brody again. The preacher from South Carolina as he turns down into turn 3. Caught a little bit of the apron there. We'll see if it affects his exit off of the corner. Brody 6th on the charts. Right out back with Brody here. Check out the action going on behind him here. Smith using the apron. Looks like we've got some action going on here. Let's check out the 48. There he comes. I had an alert that he was off track. And he's lost his front bumper. Nope, it's come back. I think we're having some connection issues with him. I've never seen connection issues cause the front bumper. And oh, around goes the 13 car. He's into the grass. He's going to bring it to a stop. And he's going to go to the pits. There's the 19 nationwide car of Ivan Deschamps. And looks like he's gone. Oh, there he is. Yes, Eccleston, it does look like everyone is trying the 04 Pepsi 300 impressions. If we get that during the race, we'll have a great race, I think. Looks like Brody is going back to the pits. Seems like every time we check him out, he does that. Got George Buck and Tommy Thompson here battling for practice. Bring up the weather on the right hand side of the screen. Got 4 mile an hour wind, 76 degree temperature, so that's good for racing. Cool temperature will keep more grip in the track. And it's cloudy with a 78 degree track temp. So that should put on good racing for tonight, keeping the tires gripped. Minimal tire wear. Let's bring up our track map. There we go. We'll go by car number there. We'll check out the 66 car. We'll go to his nose cone. There we go. We got the top 4 within a tenth of each other, so it's going to be very tight qualifying. Any 4 of them can get to pole. We got qualifying coming up in less than 12 minutes. Check out the 17 car of Chris Mayo. He's in a Hendrick.com, number 17 Chevy. Gets up to speed. He's going to merge in with the 24 and the 66. 24 takes him on the high side, followed by the 66. Looking at time and his score, and it looks like the 24 has made the most practice laps. Action's getting a little tight there. The 66 is pushing the 24. '66 and 44 both practicing pit entries coming into the pits, and the 24, I think he just barely got in there under speed. Try out our ticker going across the screen. You can check and see where your favorite driver is. We'll rotate through this occasionally tonight. We'll have the gap. We'll have their last lap time. We'll have their best time. We'll have their car logo on there. We'll do a quick rundown of the top 10. Todd Smith is first. We've got Joshua O'Brien second. Got William McKellar third. Kyle Heath fourth. Trevor Benz fifth. Brody Pope sixth. Jason Haney seventh. James Malloy eighth. Chris Mayo ninth. Andrew Groves just moved into the top 10 with a 10th position run. He ran a 29.260. A lot of these guys are getting their last lap qualifying mock runs in. Andrew's going to bring it into the pits after that run. Thank you, Ben. We're working on some last-minute things there. I'm glad everything looks and sounds good. Appreciate it. Kyle Heath power sliding into the pits. Looks like we've got the 9 and 92 close on track to each other. Jason Haney running real wide. The 92 does get the wall a little bit. And he slides into the wall. Got just 2 cars on track. Got Jason Haney and Josh Peterson. And here comes the 48 car out onto the track. We'll focus in on him a little bit. And a 48 gets a little loose coming out of 4, coming to the start-finish line. He's still sliding. He's sliding. He's got the brakes locked up. He's holding it down. I think he's going to save it and not hit anything. Looks like we've had Daniel Butler make it into tonight's race, so we should have 16 cars. He drives the X-Side number 18 Chevrolet. Daniel's a little loose coming out of turn 2 there. If I know Daniel right, he'll get up to speed quickly. Right on board with Daniel here. See how he takes the entrance into turn 1. See his driver input down in the bottom right corner. A little loose coming out of turn 4. sawing away at that steering wheel, trying to get it to corner around here at Nashville Superspeedway this evening. He's going to slide under Ivan. Gaggle of 3 cars here battling away. Malloy charging hard on the inside. He's going to come up. They're going to be side by side coming to the line. And Daniel gets into the wall. He's going to slow down and bring it to a stop. Yes, I've just had in from the chat from Ben Summerford. Please like and subscribe to the channel so we can help it grow. We'll have more races coming out. We have Indy cars that we race on Monday nights. We run a GT3 series with sprint and feature races on Wednesday nights. And we have our premier Gen 6 series running on Saturday nights. And we'll have all of those live right here on FGN, the First Gear Network on YouTube. Get us a different camera. We don't want to watch cars sitting on pit road. I do apologize. We're commentating and producing at the same time here. Got 10 seconds left in this practice. It'll be Josh O'Brien coming around to the line. Practice is over. Checkered flag is out. We've had Corey Crandall join us. He's changed numbers from 31 to 35. We'll bring up those practice standings. There we go. Practice is ended. That's going to be Todd Smith leading the way. Josh O'Brien right on his heels, followed by William McKellar. Kyle Heath in 4th. Jason Haney 5th. Trevor Benz 6th. Brody Pope 7th. We've got a lot of guys going out for qualifying, so we'll get that out of the way and cover qualifying. Let's bring up our qualifying tower. William McKellar, he was one of the fast ones in practice. We'll see what kind of lap he puts in here. We'll follow along with him first. Everyone gets 2 laps in qualifying. I'm sorry, we have changed to Mark. There we go. We brought William back. See what kind of lap time he puts up here. Running the high line through 3 and 4 and bringing it down. Got Chris Mayo, nope, Mark Olette going to the top with a 29.78. Keller across the line. Only a 30.01. It must have been his get-up speed lap. Ivan Deschamps at the top with a 29.69. We're going to see what kind of lap McKellar puts in here. Trevor Benz has hit the track. McKellar comes out of turn 3. Onto the apron across the line. Top of the charts, 28.98. There's Trevor Benz. He's in the 33 Kelly Blue Book Chevrolet Camaro. Trevor's going to bring it off of turn 4. Going to hit the strike. Trevor good for second, 29.09. So just a quick rundown of the 8 that have completed a lap. It's William McKellar. Sorry, 9 have now completed a lap. 10 is McKellar, Trevor Benz, Corey Crandall, Brody Pope, James Malloy, Mark Ouellette, George Buck, Ivan Deschamps, Chris Mayo in 9th, and Tommy Thompson 10th. Trevor's giving it another lap here. Across the line. 29.06. Good for second so far. Ten of our 17 starters have made a lap. We got some guys that will wait. Try to let the track temp cool down to get a better run. There's Corey Crandall on track. The number 35 Brass Pro Shops Cabela's Chevrolet. Sliding high in 1 and 2 there. Corey's a hard charger. He'll drive the wheels off of a car if you give him the chance. Laying some rubber coming out of turn 4. He comes across the strike. Good for 5th, 29.21. We are hitting now our halfway point in qualifying. We've still got 5 cars left to put a lap in. Corey comes across the line. Is it faster? Does not appear to be so. He is 6th. We'll go to Todd Smith. Here comes Todd off of turn 4. Only second for Todd. 100th of a second off of the pole. William McKellar P1, Todd Smith P2, Trevor Benz P3. We got Josh Peterson in 4th and Brody Pope making his first start in the league 5th. Left to qualify. Looks like Jason Haney has just went out on track. We'll follow along with Jason. This should be his second lap at the end. 28.99. Todd Smith was just a tick faster. So that's going to put Jason Haney 3rd. 3 cars have been left to make a lap. We've got the 24 of Joshua O'Brien. We got Andrew Groves and Kyle Heath waiting to make his lap. Coming up on 3 minutes left in qualifying. Looks like Josh has entered the pit lane. Time's ticking away. do apologize. There we go. We have Josh on track now. He's going through turns 1 and 2. I've received word that Kyle Heath will not be making a lap in qualifying. So we have 2 cars left to go. .24's first lap put him 5th, 29.12. He's going to come through turns 3 and 4 here for his final lap. Cross the start-finish line. Pole for Josh O'Brien. Barn burner of a lap. 2/10 faster. I'm sorry, 200th faster than William McKellar. 28.96. What a lap. Come down to a minute left in qualifying. Got 10 seconds left. So Andrew Groves and Kyle Heath are both not going to make a lap. And that will conclude qualifying. And there are the qualifying results, the starting grid. I am putting a bunch of stuff up on the screen here. I'm sorry about that. Got Josh first, William second, Todd Smith third, Jason Haney fourth, Trevor Benz fifth, Josh Peterson starting sixth, Brody Pope will be seventh, Corey Crandall eighth, James Malloy ninth, Daniel Butler 10th, Mark Ouellette 11th, George Buck 12th. Do bear with me. I'm trying to figure out where the starting grid is at so I can make it go away. There we go. Everyone's getting lined up on pit road. Still waiting on some cars to grid up. Looks like the 9 car is not gridded yet. Field rolls away down pit road. Should go green this time. Normally they take about half a lap here to warm up. Pace car will duck off the track and we'll go green flag racing. Field's going to bunch up and come off of turn 4. And we're green here at Nashville. The 75 has spun his tires. Slow start for the 75 of William McKellar. Josh gets out to an early lead ahead of Todd Smith going into turn 3. Pack's chasing him coming into turn 4. Josh is going to lead lap 1 here at Nashville. Todd Smith, Jason Haney, Trevor Benz, and Brody Pope going to be the top 5 across the line for lap number 1. Jason Haney making a bid for second. Underneath Todd Smith, who's running that high line. Trevor getting a little wiggle coming out of turn 4. He's being chased hard by Brody Pope and James Malloy. Looking underneath Todd Smith for third. Trevor loose again. Oh, it's a handful for him here at the beginning. James slides it in there. Trevor gives him space, and they touch coming off of turn 4. Coming across the line, rubbing fenders to 92 into 33. Hard driving action here very early in the race on lap 4. Corey Crandall looking underneath Trevor Benz. We've got a bid for second. Todd Smith and Jason Haney are going at it. Josh O'Brien has pulled out to a 1.22 second lead. Brody Pope with a strong run in his first race with this league. He's gotten up to 4th here at the start. And he's looking for 3rd on the outside of Jason. Not this time. Field getting spread out into single file now. Kyle Heath on the move. He's gained 6 positions. He's gained the most positions since the start of the race, running in 10th, looking for 9th around William McKellar. He's looking under Daniel Butler for 8th. Side-by-side action here for 8th. Kyle Heath, Daniel Butler. William Keller looking around for a move from 10th. Andrew Groves and Josh Peterson running side by side as well. A lot of action back here in the pack for 8th position. Kyle's going to get back in line. He can't make the move on Daniel Butler. And they're coming up quick on the 33 of Trevor Benz. Rose looking underneath McKellar there. Not going to get it this time. 13's making another run at Daniel Butler in the 18. They come across the start-finish line. Daniel working on that outside. He's not going to let Kyle have it yet. He's going to power by. And Kyle clears him coming down the backstretch. William McKellar's going to work on Daniel Butler now. Looks like we may have a battle for the lead. Todd Smith is closing in on Josh O'Brien. Todd looking for a Ray around. Todd closes in hard. He's going to make a move on the outside of Josh. Not yet. He's going to change back. Crossover. He goes to the inside. Side-by-side action for the lead. Who's going to lead this lap? Josh in the 24. Just pipped Todd Smith at the line. Still side by side. Jason Haney will love this. This will allow him to catch up. Josh maintaining that position on the outside. He's not giving any room to Todd Smith as they come across the line again. Todd still hanging on that left quarter panel. Still looking. Nothing yet. Todd sliding. Ooh, that's tight action there. Josh is going to pull just in front of him. Todd's going to catch the wall just a little bit there. Lost a ton of time. It's going to allow Jason and the rest of the pack behind him to catch up. We're going to take a second here. We're going to focus on Ivan. This past Thursday, Ivan lost his son, Christopher. He was 54 years old. He's survived by his wife, Angela, and his 8 children. So everybody, give out your thoughts and prayers to the 19. He's racing with heavy hearts here tonight. I wanted to get to it in before we started the race, but I ran out of time. But we're going to get it in now. We're going to ride for a lap here with Ivan. Remembrance of his son, Christopher. We go back to the action. Looks like we've got a battle heating up for second. Jason Haney working hard on Todd Smith on the outside, and Brody's hanging right there with him. Brody going to stick it in the middle, looking for 3 wide. No, Todd's going to close the door. Brody thought better of it. Brody right on Todd Smith there. Fast and furious action for second here. Looks like Jason's going to clear Todd, as will Brody. Todd may have got a little loose coming off turn 4 there. Seemed to have had something happen to Trevor Benz. We're going to take a look at the replay here. Oh, Trevor and Andrew got into the wall. We seem to have missed that. Trevor's going to take a ride through the pits. Oh, hard off of the pit wall. He's going to lose his front end. Trevor did pit for repairs. Trevor making it to the pits in replay here. Heavy damage to the front end of that 33 car. The guys do have one fast repair to use in this race, so he'll get back out in the action, but he's going to be 12 laps or I'm sorry, not 12 laps. It's 12 positions on my time and scoring. I'm not reading it correctly. He is going to be some laps down, at least 2, probably 3 to 4 laps down when he gets back out. We'll check on that when he's done in the pits. Go back to live action. Check on the 75 after that bad start when he fell back to mid-pack. He's made up a few positions. He's come back up into 7th. So we've got some action behind him. We got 5 cars under a blanket. Andrew Groves passing to 92. Josh Peterson making a move on the 92 as well. This is all for 8th, 9th, 10th position. Daniel Butler in 11th. The 17 of Chris Mayo is 12th. Rose seems to have recovered after that contact with Trevor. Josh and Daniel both working hard on that 92. 9th position. Mayo sticking it under the 6th. It surprised him a little bit. The 17 almost got loose and paid for it there. 6th and the 17th working hard here. Got Daniel Butler working underneath Malloy. Very, very tight. They both slide up the hill there. Nobody gets the wall. Butler takes the position. Hard racing here for 8th, 9th, and 10th. Looks like we may have some action going for the lead. Brody's gotten up to 2nd. He's brought the pack with him. Jason looking underneath. Kyle Heath has made an appearance at the top 5. Gained 11 positions since the start. Cars coming in for him. He's working on Todd Smith. Todd tried to shut the door on him, but Kyle was there. 2 by 2 for 2nd going into turn 1. Todd thinking 3 wide. Not this time. Yes, this time. Kyle's going to make it 3 wide. And just as quick as they're 3 wide, they're back to 2 wide. (13 and 66) going at it here for 4th and 5th position. And for the lead, Jason Haney underneath the 24. Side by side coming out of 4. If Josh didn't get the wall there, it was very, very close. I don't think you could have put a paper between he and the wall there. 29 looking outside for second. He's not going to get it this time. There comes the 13 into 66, battling hard for fourth. Kyle Heath sticking it inside Brody. Brody's runs high. And that's going to be the 13th to third. .13 looking for second. 24 runs up on the quarter panel, and it's not going to happen. 13 takes second. 14 positions gained since the start, slowly, methodically working his way through the field here. Good battle for fifth here, 66 and 29. All this battling here has brought Corey and William into it. We've got a battle for the lead. Kyle Heath working on Jason Haney. Top 5 under a blanket. Just a little over a second separates them. But Kyle Heath working hard on Jason Haney right up to his back bumper. His own against Kyle right now. Looks like Todd Smith may have just got the wall there. Across to complete lap 35. Jason Haney, Kyle Heath putting on a whale of a show here for first. Kyle Heath looking underneath Jason this time. Jason's going to power back on the outside. Kyle Heath comes up, he clears Jason and takes the lead. Kyle Heath from worst to first here. 15 spots gained since the start, takes the lead on lap 36. Underneath Ivan, and gives him space. Lap going on again for fourth. Todd Smith working on Brody Pope. Brody getting into Ivan. Todd Smith's going to capitalize on that. Trevor running high. They're not going to get 4 wide, but they will get 3 coming out. Ivan all in the way. 24 clears both of them. Jason and Kyle still battling. think Jason will be content to sit and follow Kyle and try to keep him right in his range until pit stops. Didn't do my job as a commentator today and get the pit windows for you guys. So we'll try to keep track as when they pit. So we'll get the second set of pit stops down for you. So right now we'll scroll through the field a little bit. Todd Smith is secured third for now. It's followed by Brody in fourth. Randall has worked his way up to fifth, followed by William McKellar. Josh O'Brien down in seventh. Andrew Rose has worked his way up to eighth. He's gained 9 positions, the second highest mover on the track. There's Daniel Butler in that purple X-Side Chevrolet. Working his way through in ninth. Chris Mayo in 10th. Followed closely by Josh Peterson. They're working for the top 10 there. 9 seconds off that battle for 10th. We've got James Malloy in the 12. Got Tommy Thompson here battling Mark Olette. That is for position. 13th and 14th. Mark Jackson smokes the wall a little bit, but he's hanging tough on the outside. Tommy's going to clear him coming across the line. Andrew Groves working around Ivan. George Buck, he's running in 16th. George was on the pits earlier in the race. I'm not sure what happened to him. I don't see an incident. I just see where he's entered pit lane and left the pits. I don't have an accident replay to show you guys if something did happen to him. If I find out what happened to George, I'll let you know. There's Trevor several laps down after that incident. Been battling with the guys in the top 5 since he came out of the pits. And I say that, he just gets a little loose. Trevor's got a long road in front of him. He's going to need some caution flags. Coming up on lap 45, it's been caution free. A lot of hard green flag running so far. There's Kyle Heath flanked by Jason Haney. Both of these guys, series champions. Kyle Heath season 1, Jason Haney season 2. Todd Smith, 2.5 seconds back. League newcomer Brody Pope, he's hanging tough in 4th. Strong run from Brody. Randall battling with William McKellar here. 5th and 6th position. Got Todd Smith entering the pits, so it must be getting close to pit time or he's had an issue. We'll follow him here. 33 is coming down behind him. He's just off screen to the left. We'll follow Todd Smith, the 3rd place running car. That's a terrible camera to see this pit stop. We'll get that changed for you. Todd with service and he's away. So that's going to bring Todd out in 14th, pitting on lap 47. back to the lead. Kyle Heath putting a little bit of distance between he and Jason Haney. Just around half a second. They have lapped up to 11th position. That's Mark that just they passed. Check on that battle for 5th. Heavy traffic for the 35 and 75. James Malloy just left the pits. He should motor by both of these guys. Oh, the 75 tagged the wall. Working hard on that 92 car. Working underneath Corey Crandall. That'll be fresh tires at work for the 92, more than likely. And 75 is going to follow him. Battle for 5th, 4th. Side by side down the backstretch. Got George Buck and Chris Mayo into the pits. We're going to keep our eyes on the battle for 4th here. William and Corey putting on a show. 53 down. 180 is the goal tonight. Todd Smith runs through with his fresh tires. Working on the outside of both of them. He's going to cross over and pass the 35. Todd Smith motoring through. About 0.8 of a second separate 1st and 2nd. Todd is already around Brody. Todd's going to be looking to get his lap back here shortly. That battle for 4th, Corey seems to have gotten ahead of William. Josh and Andrew battling for 6th here. Coming across the line. 0.2 of a second is the gap between the 24 and the 48. Lapped car of Mark Ouellette in front of him. Gonna go to the inside. Mark takes the high road, lets them both go. Mark over the gentleman on the racetrack. Into 66. 92 working underneath Kyle for his lap back. Let's allow into 66 to close in as well. Working that highliner. He's going to try to get both of them. Kyle sees him. 66 goes by, gets his lap back. Oh, tight there. 92 into 13, almost to get together. Looks like we've had the 75 go down pit road. He's pitting on lap 59. 12 laps after Todd Smith. We'll see how all this shakes out. Green flag pit stops well and truly underway now. You will not see the pit crews here. They're not animated. The driver will see them, but that's it. 75 has gotten his service and he's away. Looked like it was 4 tires. Jason has slipped back to 1.5 seconds behind Kyle. Both of these guys will be begging for a pit stop. Brody Pope still hanging tough in there in third. Corey Crandall all alone for fourth now since William pitted. Andrew Groves has moved into the top 5. Second biggest mover on the track behind Kyle with 12 positions gained. These pit stops underway. Josh in 6th. Looks like we had a little incident with Josh Peterson there. I'm not sure what happened. He's very slow. He's getting passed by Chris Mayo and George Buck. And Jason has entered the pit lane. We're live with Jason as he comes down pit road. Looks like we've had the 35 and the 48 follow him in. The 18 of Daniel Butler passes Jason as he leaves the pits. Kyle Heath has entered the pits. 1 lap after Jason. Jason's exited the pits. We'll see where he comes out. And Kyle comes out. Four-lap fresher tires for Jason and Williams. Williams put himself into the top 5, battling for this lead here. And there comes Kyle off the pit road. He's going to get out in front of Jason. That will put Brody on pit road. Getting service. Todd Smith has inherited the lead, pitting almost 15 laps earlier. Doing quick math in my head. I don't have a calculator with me. It's given him a 15-second lead over Kyle Heath for second. You see Kyle on the backstretch entering turn 3. Jason Haney not too far behind, about 1.5 seconds. William working his pit stop to perfection there, getting up to 4th. Chris Mayo also gained from those pit stops. He's up to 5th. Corey Crandall in 6th. Andrew Groves half a second behind in 7th. Brody lost a lot of time there on pit road. Put him out in 8th. see the 66 of Todd Smith. He's coming out of the lead. He just put he put Daniel Butler a lap down. Daniel's looking around him to get it back. Todd with a 12-second lead over Kyle Heath. Daniel's going to get that lap back around the outside. And he does it. Put Daniel Butler back on the lead lap. So the top 10 are on the lead lap. Looks like Jason has pulled away from William a little bit. There's Jason for third. William with 2 lap cars in front of him there. The 6 of Josh Peterson and the 7 of Tommy Thompson. So we should have pit stops again around lap 110 to 130, judging the way some of these guys have pitted. See how that works out for them. They should have 3 sets of tires in the pits. Everyone that pitted should have used 1 there, so that'll have them 2 sets left for the rest of the race. We do have our in-race reporter, Mark Ouellette. I'm not going to bother him under green flag racing. I told him I'd only talk to him under caution. And we haven't had one of those yet, 72 laps into the race. It's a long, long green flag run for these guys, working hard out here. But that is the number 80, our in-race reporter. Kyle Heath is running down Todd Smith. Once he gets a little closer, we'll take a look in on that. We'll go look through the field a little bit here. That's Mark running in 16th. We got George Buck there in the 28. He's running 15th. We got Ivan, the number 19. He's in 14th. Tommy Thompson working hard in the 13th position. Josh Peterson in that Castrol number 6. He's 12th. He is 5 seconds down to that man, James Malloy, in the number 92. Malloy is trying to chase down Daniel Butler, who's 8 seconds ahead of James. In front of Daniel Butler is the 17 car of Chris Mayo. He is 5 seconds in front of Daniel Butler. 1 second up the road is Josh O'Brien in the 24. He's trying to chase down this man in the number 29 of Brody Pope. Brody Pope is looking for the 48 of Andrew Groves, who's going into turn 1 there. And it looks like Andrew is catching up to the back of the 35 car of Corey Crandall for 5th. So we'll keep an eye on this battle for the next couple of laps. These guys are in heavy lap traffic as well. They've worked around the 19 car. They've got the 7 in front of them. Seven cut down to the 35. He's got to make a maneuver. The 48 is going to close right to the back bumper of him coming across the line. That is 77 laps down. The 48, he's looking underneath the 35. It's not going to happen this time. But it's going to give him a good run coming out of turn 2 to go down the backstretch. 48 looking underneath the 35. Come off a turn 4. They're necking bumper to bumper here. Just seems to have a little better corner entry and exit there, but the 35 hanging tough. Let's go on board with the 48 car as he tries to work his way around. Seems to have the edge and speed here on the 35, but passing him is harder than it looks. Smooth on the wheel, not a lot of input in there. Closer and closer to the back bumper of that 35 car. Underneath again. Trying every which way to get around this 35. Waiting on the 35 to make a mistake. 35 peeks at him there. 48 gets underneath the 35 this time. Side by side coming out of turn 4. 35 on the line this time. Still hanging tough on that outside though. The 48 drives it in. He's going to clear the 35. Take 5th position away. Looks like we may have a battle for the lead heating up here. Yep. We sure do. There's the 66. Todd Smith. The 13 of Kyle Heath. Kyle is closing down. He's about a second away now. Let's go to the blimp cam. There's Todd Smith. 13 car is going to come into picture any second now. There he is. Running him down, gained 0.4 of a second that lap. Kyle has whittled that lead away. Looks like he's going to have another 0.4 gain this lap. He's going to come to the start-finish line. He's going to be right on the tail of the 66. Todd goes high, Kyle goes low. Kyle looks underneath, completes the pass and retakes the lead here on lap 83. So it took Kyle about 20 laps to get back to the bumper. So we'll try to keep that in mind as we get later into the race. That blimp cam is very quiet, so we're going to try to get back to track side action so we're not boring you to death here. Jason Haney is 3 seconds back from Todd Smith. He's slowly running Todd down. William has fallen back from Jason Haney. He is 5 seconds back from Jason. Big gap from when they came out of the pits. We had the battle for 5th going on with Corey, and here we go, almost 3 wide. These guys are going at it for 5th position. Brody Pope in the 29, Corey Crandall in the 35, Andrew Groves in the 48. 28 is going to the 29 is going to capitalize on that. Brody moves back into the top 5. Working his way around the 92 car of James Malloy. Brian trying to catch to the back of that pack there. Corey's not letting Brody get away though. Andrew looking underneath Corey. That's for 6th. Todd Smith has entered the pits. Todd pitting at lap 91. So Todd is off strategy from the 13 and the 9. It worked out for him to gain the lead. We'll have to see how this evens out later on in the race. 75 has entered the pits as well. 4 tires for Todd, and he's away. 4 tires for the 75 as well. They're both down and away out of the pits. Todd coming back up on the racetrack. He's got the 29 to 35. Coming toward him. They are battling hard at the end. Get a look at that. 48 and 35. Putting on a whale of a show for 5th position. Looking underneath 35. Sliding up. Andrew gets loose. Gathers it back up. Nice save from the 48 car there. He's a hard charger. He never gives up. So does Corey. They're both hard racers. They will race the wheels off of both of these cars if they can. Andrew making another run here at that 35 car. Andrew getting some dust off of the wall. Giving that 35 car everything he's got. Underneath. And 35 maintaining that line. He's giving him just about half a car length gap. 48 looks every time. He drives it down in there. 48 really good on corner entry there. There's the 75 car up behind them. He's got fresh tires. Looking up. And there comes the 75 underneath. 75 is going to pass both of them by the end of the backstretch here. Andrew looking underneath. Side by side at the line. Give it to Corey that lap. 48 car still digging hard on the inside. Corey on the outside. These guys have been battling together since the last set of pit stops. Seems like with these cars, sometimes you get around someone and you're stuck with them the whole race. It seems to be the plight these two are in here. Andrew looking again on the inside, coming across the line. No, Brody pulls ahead. I'm sorry, not Brody, that's Corey. I'm looking at the 28 ahead of him. Hard racing from these two. Took right in behind Corey. Still hanging tough here, Corey and Andrew. Driving it down in there once again. Andrew just can't find a way around him. Meanwhile, this is going on. James Malloy has pitted. He's running down to 13th. We'll have another 10 or 15 laps before we start talking about the rest of the pack pitting. I believe Todd Smith is working on catching the 13. Still got a few seconds back to get back on the lead lap here. He has gotten around Jason. Take a look at Kyle leading. He's 5 seconds ahead of Jason. Jason comes out of turn 2 down the back stretch. Brody Pope coming third. Once again, first race with us in this league. Done a whale of a job. Preacher from South Carolina. Here's your 35 and 48 battle. They just don't quit. It's like a prize fight between these two, left and right. Rose looking to the outside, trying to turn it in here. There's space underneath. Rose pushing hard. Still looking. He's going to drive it in there. The 35 is going to pull down behind him. Andrew Groves, he takes fourth. No, Corey's looking back on the inside. A crossover, can't cross the line. They're dead even. Lap traffic. Andrew's going to get pinned behind the lap traffic. What a move by Corey. He's going to retake fourth position. Use that lap traffic as a pick. It's got to be so frustrating for the 48. Work and work and work. You finally get it behind the guy. You get around him. Get lap traffic. That's just stock car racing. That's how it is. More dust coming off that turn 4 wall. Tommy getting the wall coming out of turn 2 there. Malloy and Groves work. I'm sorry, not Malloy. That's Corey. Corey and Andrew still battling for fourth. There we go. Groves is going to try to use the 92 as a pick this time, putting the same move on Corey. Malloy goes extra high to give him space. Corey's going to hang tough on the outside there, though. 35, 48. 35's got the biggest gap he's had on the 48 for the last couple of laps here now. Pulling away. 0.2 of a second, but Groves is driving back in there. Corey looks like he had a bad injury. Corey has Andrew right on his back bumper. Malloy looking underneath Groves here. Groves looks like he got a little frightened there, backed out of it. He's going to let the 92 go by. Away. 92 pitted. Should have fresher tires than both of these guys. Todd Smith has gotten back on the lead lap around the 13 car. I think we'll see them guys on pit road in the next 10 to 15 laps. Brody, meanwhile, he's steadily staying ahead of these guys. 35-48 has been the best battle on the track the last 20, 25 laps. Let's take a look at the 13 car coming across the line. Puts the lap down to 18 into 17. And 17 into 18 are battling for 8th position. Power sliding onto pit road. Chris Mayo on his pit stops here. Right side tires going on. Left side tires going on. As that jack drops, you gas it up and pull away. Stop on the 17 car. And Chris Mayo's back on the apron and away. Across the line, 112 laps down, 180. These guys can make it to lap 120. That should put them in the catbird seat for no more pit stops. We know Kyle and Jason both went to lap 63 and 64. They may be trying to pull this out for a one stop, or for their last stop of the race. They can make it to lap 120. Right in position. We would have an extra set of tires left if we got a caution late in the race. Todd Smith pitting at lap 91. His next pit stop would have to be looking at lap 140 is when I expect him to come back. So he will definitely have to make one more pit stop. It's going to put him out of reach, I believe. We'll see. You get lucky, you catch a caution. Something could happen. Lots of hard racing still going on around the track. That's the 24 car. Some dust off that turn 4. That poor turn 4 wall looks like it's smoking a pack of cigarettes back there with all the dust that's been coming off of this evening. There's Todd Smith. He's on the lead lap in 7th. Through the field quickly before they make pit stops. There's Kyle. He's got an 8-second gap to Jason Haney. Jason clearing that 80 car. Brody Pope, 29. He's 9 seconds behind Jason. There's Corey Crandall. He seems to have put a little gap between him and the 48. about 7/10 of a second. Josh O'Brien, he's in 6th, 2 seconds behind Andrew. There's Todd Smith. He's 3 seconds behind Josh O'Brien. William McKellar, 8th. He's 6 seconds back. Daniel Butler in 9th. Hanging tough in the top 10. There's Chris Mayo, who's pitted. He got 4 fresh tires back on the lap. 111. I see Jason McGill. He heard cigarettes. Is this a Winston event? Not yet. It is not a Winston event. Could say it's concrete smoke with all the cars tearing this concrete up. Mark gets out of the way of the 17 there. Easily passed by on the outside. We've had Ivan on pit road. Yes, there he is. He's down and away. 75 cars working on Kyle Heath, looking to get his lap back. We'll clear the 13. Looks like we have Corey Crandall on pit road. In at 48, putting on a battle. We'll see how this works out for him. He made it to lap 121 when he pitted. .35 is away. Going to get out just in front of Kyle Heath. We've got Brody and Andrew both pitting. Two laps later than Corey Crandall, so that will put them about even. I'll have a 2-lap tire advantage. 29's away, 48's away. Gotten ahead of both of them. Yes, there's Corey just exiting the backstretch, entering turn 3. Brody's going to be 1.3 seconds. Andrew 2 seconds back. Both of them are both 48, working around the leader. Kyle sees him. He's going to let him go. 75's looking there too. Andrew working underneath the lap car, George Buck. There's the 35 to capitalize at 2-lap advantage, pitting early. He's got him around Brody, got him further away from Andrew. We had missed Jason pitting. I do apologize. There he is. Kyle Heath has entered the pits. We'll watch the pit road. Kyle Heath. 13 cars away. Turn 1, Kyle comes out easily ahead. Looks like it's going to be about an 8-second gap. Kyle gets up to speed. Now we have Todd Smith and William both pitting earlier. So we'll see how quick Kyle Heath can run them down. It took him about 19-20 laps the last run. There's Kyle Heath. He's going into turn 3 and 4. 66 is there, exiting turn 2. There's about half a lap distance between them. Look for some other battles on the track while this is spread out for you here. 75 has come back into pits. He last pitted on lap 91. He is changing tires again, so he must think he can make it to the end here, which he should be able to. Put him 51 laps from the end. So maybe he's going to try to get these tires on early. See where he ends up. Seems to be the closest battle on the track for position here. 35 of Corey Crandall and the 29 of Brody Pope. Brody and Corey working hard here. Battle for the 4th position. Brody running a higher line going into turn 3 there. Well, that gained him a ton of time on the 35. He's going to get right up to the back bumper. He looks to the outside. Corey closes him off. 29 looking underneath. No room there. Maybe there is. Yes, it opens up. Brody looking, not this time. The 35 edges ahead. Looking, he clips the apron just a hair there. Maybe touched the paint, but it's working in his favor. He's looking underneath. 35 closes him off again. Don't look now, but about 2 seconds back is that 48 car closing in on this battle here. We've seen a great battle from the 35 and 48 earlier. He's doing the same thing with the 29 here. The 29 looking underneath. He's going to have him side by side this time. Down into turn number 1. He's going to clear Corey Crandall coming out of 2. Put Brody Pope in 4th. Sorry, I'm just now seeing this, but Trevor Benz is out of the race. Did not see he had hit me in the chat earlier saying it was over. Sorry to hear that, Trevor. Just going to put Trevor in 17th. Looks like the 6 car is out as well. 92 car is parked it on pit road. He seems to be out also. Last car on the track now, that would be the number 80. Marcolette. There's Tommy Thompson. He's running 13th. Ivan hanging in tough there. He's up to 12th. If you didn't hear earlier in the race, lost his son on Thursday. That's why he's driving the blue car. Blue was his son's favorite color. Just power that thing to a 12th position run right now. Ahead of him's George Buck, number 28. We have Todd Smith is pitted. That's going to put Todd Smith coming up on 43 laps to go. That's going to bring Todd out in 9th position. I don't know that this pit strategy is going to work out for Todd. It's put him far, far back. He is a lap behind the 13 now. He has been able to chase the 13 down and get his lap back. But unless we get a caution, it's going to be a tall ask, I think, to come back and win, because I do not believe the leaders will have to pit again. They pitted that late enough in the run. Run down through the field real quick, at least the top 10. Here's your leader, Kyle Heath. He's got a little less than a 6-second gap to the number 9, Jason Haney. 7.5 seconds back. There's Brody Pope, Corey Crandall, and Andrew Groves all under a blanket there. We'll run through the field and come back to this battle because I think that one's going to heat up in just a second here. There's Josh O'Brien. He's in 6th. William McKellar in 7th. Chris Mayo in 8th. Todd Smith looking to charge back. He's in 9th. Daniel Butler in 10th. We'll go back to that Brody, Corey, Andrew battle. Oh, yes, here we go. 35 and 48 are renewing their battle on the track here. We have 40 laps to go in this race. Still mean, clean, and green. No yellow flags this race. No cautions, no restarts. None of it. These guys have been running clean most of the race. Had a couple of guys dust up the wall out there in turn 4, but nothing dramatic enough to bring out the caution flag. .35 working hard here. .48, there's that dust again coming off the wall. .48 giving a little push to the 35 going into turn 3. In my past experience with these two are the hardest charging guys we got out here. They will race you the hardest. They will leave everything out on the line out there. Brody Pope just hanging ahead there. 48 looking underneath again. They all close in. What a close battle for third. The lap car, Tommy Thompson. Brody looking which way to go. Tommy goes high and lets him by. Tommy was right there at the exit of for the 48. Compromised him a little bit, but he's going to slide it down in there, looking underneath that 35 again. This has been going on almost the entire race for these two. 48 car will have a good study in the back bumper of that Cabela's. Looking underneath this time. No, not fast enough to get up alongside Corey. Brody's loving it. There's the 48. Looking underneath again. Lap after lap, these two putting on a hell of a show here. 48 just can't seem to find a way around the 35. Looking again, not there. Slid a little higher this time. The 48's going to have a peak. He's pulling up alongside. Into turn 3, the 48 is going to be there, but the 35 is going to come back. Side by side off of turn 4. Going to take it that lap. Brody Pope pulling away like a bandit from these two. The 48 is finally cleared to 35. But it's not done yet. 35 is making another run. He's going to look. Nope, backs off. The 48 is taking the 4th position. See if he can run down Brody Pope here. Race. I took my eyes off these two and they jumbled positions again, so we're going to stay here just a little bit longer to see if anything else happens between them. Kyle Heath still maintains the lead. He's got a 9-second gap to Jason Haney. Car. Check on the progress of Todd Smith. He has passed Josh O'Brien. That is for the 6th position. He is 25 seconds back from the leader. Had Tommy Thompson enter the pits. He's come back out on the track. Just checking on the 9 car. He's got the 18 of Daniel Butler in front of him. There's a 9-second gap to Kyle Heath from Jason Haney, and from Haney to Brody Pope, another 9-second gap. So it's about even between 1st and 3rd there. Closed up the gap for 3rd here. 3, 4, 5, all in a line here. We're going to gear up and get ready for battle, I think. I think it's going to be between the 29 and 48. 48 seems to be closing down. It's about a 1/2-second gap back for the 35 of Corey Crandall. Back to George Buck's view on this battle for 3rd. 25 laps to go. Buck here. Looks like Andrew is falling back to Corey a little bit more. There he goes. George runs high. Brody gets by. 48 and 35 as well. Here they will dive underneath. 48, 35. George tags the wall just a little bit there. You can hear that squeak. There they go. 3 cars under a blanket. Andrew's going to be hungry for that 3rd position. Brody closing the door down there. Seems like the 75 has had an issue. He's entered the pits. Another battle for 4th. Corey was looking underneath the 48. Nothing there yet. Jason Haney's closed the gap just a hair. Not enough for us to go look at it just yet. That is Todd Smith in the background you see there. He is closing in on this battle. Todd, he pitted at lap 137, so he will have fresher tires than these 3 guys. There will be 3 guys for position, though. He's going to have to work through them. They're not just going to lay over and give it to him. 35 looking outside of 48. Still looking. Falls back in line. Not this time. Smith is coming. There they all are. 18 laps to go. Todd's looking under the 35. Coming back on the outside there. Todd clears him. Todd to P5. He's looking under Andrew for P4. Andrew's going to drive it back on the outside of Todd, but Todd's got the fresher tires. They're going 48 in the wall. 35 hits the back of them. Both of them get loose to 35. He's squiggly. They're going to gather it up. Great driving for the both of them. Scary moment there. We almost had a caution. I know the other guys second on back would love to have that. Kyle Heath would not. That did help Brody Pope, though. He's got just under half a second back to the 66. But I think it's going to be inevitable that 66 will run him down and take third. Got Kyle Heath, he's entering turn 1 and 2. Jason Haney, he's coming out. Almost half a lap distance between the 13 and the 9 as you watch the 29 and 66 battle here. Todd ran a little higher line there than Brody. Brody's hanging tough though. 48's charging in there as well. Got the 80 car of Mark Ouellette in front of him. "13 laps to go. This battle for third. It's the best battle we've got on the racetrack." Todd Smith looking underneath, putting them fresher tires to use here. But Brody's hanging tough. Corey's lost a bunch of time to this group. He's 3 seconds back. Todd looking high there though. Not a good exit. The 29 stays ahead. This is going to allow the 48 to come back and close in as well. I think Todd may have hit that point where the tires fall off here and is evening out with the 29 and the 48. 12 laps to go. Coming up on the lapped car of Chris Mayo. Chris is going to go high and give Brody the inside. Brody backed out of it early there, so we get a quarter entry on the 17. 66, he's right there. 48 gets underneath the 17 as well. They all three clear the 17. No lap traffic ahead of these guys. Next car ahead, I believe, is the 18, if I can read the track map correctly. That will not be for position. Daniel's running in 8th. Todd making a run on the 29 here. We'll go on the board. Brody, here for the 66. This time, full that 66 car. Preacher, Brody Pope are on board with him. Chase another man from Alabama, the Hot Wheels collector, Todd Smith. He's looking inside. Side by side for third. Todd looking underneath. He's going to clear Brody. Brody get a run and come back, though. I think Todd, with his fresher tires, may just be able to eke away now. Brody coming under fire from the 48. Brody not giving up. He wants that third position back. Bit of a bobble from the 29 entering turn 1 there. Kyle Heath comfortably out in the lead. battle's going to be here for fourth as Todd pulls away. We'll check out the leader here in a little bit, see if this battle shakes out or what's going to happen here. First and second comfortably. This is the battle for third. Now Brody, he's coming back. He's giving it a shot. Oh, Brody's caught the wall. That's not good. Oh, Brody was driving so hard. He's ran such a good race to catch the wall coming out of turn 4 there. Let the 48 come by. Could have right front damage. No, he comes up back on the 48. Right front damage or not, Brody's going to drive it down in there. That was a heavy hit. Long scrape against the wall. Doesn't seem to have affected him that much. 48, 29. Battle for fourth. 4 laps to go. 29 comes back in front of the 48. Brody hanging tough. Not going to let no turn 4 wall affect him. Here comes Andrew, though. Promise we'll get to the leader here before he catches the white flag, but battle on the track is for fourth. 48, 29, side by side again. 29 edges ahead. Rose looking underneath. No, not yet. Brody hangs tough. .48 all over him, giving him everything he's got. 48 dives underneath. He's going to clear Brody, but Brody, is he going to have a run to come back underneath? Yes, side by side. 2 laps to go. 4th position. That's Brody Pope, Andrew Groves. We are on the final lap. We'll cut to Kyle here if these two don't crash. Going down the backstretch, side by side. Andrew's going to eke ahead. Brody coming back, though. Is he going to try to squeeze underneath here again? Andrew, he hits the wall. Brody gets underneath. They crash! Oh, the 29 to 48. Coming to the checkered flag. There comes Kyle Heath with the wreck in front of him. What a finish, and he smashes the 29 car. Oh, they're all wrecking back there. Everybody taking avoidance. Ivan, Mark, Kyle wiping out the 29 and the 48. There comes Jason Haney. He's going to get 2nd position at the line. Todd Smith is going to come home 3rd. That was exciting. We still have cars crashing down into turn 1. There comes Corey Crandall. He's going to take 4th position. Brody Pope limping, fighting, dragging that car back. He had a great run up until the last lap with the 48 car. He's crab walking that thing. I think he's going to get across the line and continue and get 5th. Dragging that thing sideways. What a race, what a finish. Still driving it sideways. Come on, Brody. We got the 13 doing donuts up here. And here comes Brody Pope trying to limp across the line. He's going to do it 5th place. Brody Pope. What a recovery. Let's go back and look as Kyle Heath does donuts. That wreck between Brody and Andrew. We will back that up just a little bit. Andrew slides high. Oh. Very reminiscent of the 76 Daytona 500 finish. Kyle just clipping the 29. Looks like we've got another replay. Let's back this up. That's not going to show us anything. Well, we'll see him come across the line here, crashing. Oh, what a hook. What a hit. Yeah, we'll back this one up as well. Wrong direction. There you can see him. That's not a very good camera view, but what a crash across the finish line. Let's bring in our third place guy, Todd Smith. Hello, Todd. Do you have a copy?
Hey, how's it going?
Good. What a comeback, man. You pitted early. You got off the pit sequence. It seemed to hurt you there in the end, but you rallied back to third. What do you got to say about that?
I was just kind of having fun with it. I made a couple mistakes, but I had the thing when we started. I decided, I know most people probably do 3-stop strategy or something, but I went 4-stop.
Yep.
I wanted to use every set of tires just to see where I would end up.
Yep.
Maybe I could use it later, and I still kind of finished where I thought I should finish.
Yep.
Made a couple mistakes, like I said. I really got to tighten that up, but if it was a points race, I would have done a little bit better. I think a couple moves I made, I probably wouldn't have made, but
Yep.
maybe nobody's mad at me, and it was real fun.
Yeah, I don't think anybody's mad at you between the 48 and 29 with that big wreck they had at the end. So you did good. You know, pitting off sequence put you ahead of the 13 car for a little bit there, and it took him about 20 laps to get back to you. If the cautions had just fell your way, that strategy could have paid off. But
yeah, you're right. And I think I got better with saving tires, but my second run, I kind of pushed it to see what would happen, and I should have saved that run as well.
yeah,
That put me a little bit farther behind than I should have been. But like I said, hats off to those guys. Jason and Kyle did a really good job.
yes, sir. Yep, you did as well. Congrats on third.
Thanks. Appreciate it.
No problem. Have a good one. We'll put you back out of here.
All right, buddy. Thanks.
Yep, no problem. Have a good one. We'll bring in second place Jason Haney. Good evening. Do you have a copy, Jason?
Yes, sir.
Second place was hard fought. Seemed like Kyle had your number this evening. How'd it go out there for you?
It went good, man. About as what you can expect because Kyle's going to bring it week in, week out.
Yes,
Nothing else there changed. I liked in the first run that I was able to keep with him once he got to me, but he had to use up his equipment to go through the field. So
yes,
I kind of knew once we made that first pit stop, I was really going to see what his car could do and what mine could do on fresh tires, clean air, and he had the pace. He had me beat by 2/10 a second, and that's about right for a track like this. But it was fun. We had some really good battles on track. Some good side-by-side racing. Daniel and I, even though he was a lap down there at the end, we were racing together, battling just neck and neck for the longest time, and it was pretty fun. So good overall race. Happy with P2. Congrats to Kyle and Todd for doing the 3-stop and still getting up to P3. Really good run for him too.
Yep, I was worried about Todd when he got off sequence because it took Kyle 20 laps to catch back up to him. If he'd had a caution or something fell his way, Todd would have been right there.
Yep, absolutely.
So, yep, you stayed neck and neck with Kyle most of the race. He just had that little bit of advantage for you there.
Yeah, he's fast, and some of it came down to just overall setup, how he drives in, how he enters out. Like, he's really smooth, and I'm trying to get there. Racing in this darn computer chair, I wiggle back and forth. I feel like that hinders me just a little bit to be as smooth as I want, and And just slowly getting there. Car still ran good. I had it to where it never got loose on me really, and it never got like over tight unless I missed my mark. So I really felt like I could just consistently run good laps and use up that right front maybe a little bit more than what I had planned. But when you're a rabbit and that carrot's dangling out in front of you, sometimes you try a little too hard. So I kind of burned my stuff up each run trying to see if I could catch them at all. But other than that, good pace and P2. Hey, I'll take it.
Yes, sir. Good start to the preseason here. You have a good
Yes, sir.
one, and we'll bring in the winner here and talk to him.
All right.
Sir.
Thanks, Edwin. Appreciate
No
it.
problem. Good evening, winner. You got a copy?
Yep. What's going on, Edwin?
Not much. Well of a race from you. You made up the most positions in the race with 15. So you started at the back. What happened? Did you not have a problem qualifying, or you have something you had to take care of outside of the sim, or what happened?
Excuse me. I was watching some of the football game on TV, so I figured since there was 10 minutes worth of qualifying, I was able to watch at least an extra 10 minutes of the football game.
Yes, sir. Understand. Well, you made up the most positions of everyone on the track. You beat Jason by looks like 5 seconds, I think, if I'm reading that correctly. What did you think coming across the line, seeing the 48 and 29 crashing?
Well, I was passing Josh, putting him a lap down where he couldn't even make that last lap. And he said, "Oh, you're coming to the white flag." And the next thing I know, I looked there was a car in front of me.
Oh.
So he made me second guess it. Am I on the final lap now? Because I would have sworn I already took it. Yes. It scared me, but now whenever I came across, it was a checkered flag. So yeah, that was kind of scary.
Yes, we watched.
I wasn't expecting a car because I was looking at my left side just to seeing Josh on my inside. Next thing I know, I looked straight ahead and there was a car there.
Yes, sir. Yeah, they got into it coming out of turn 4, coming to the white. And I was hoping they didn't take nobody out. It looks like they had a couple cars scatter, and you hit the 29, but you were already finished, so null and void by that point. But good run. Anything else you got to say?
Well, I mean, not really. I mean, it was fun.
Good.
It's definitely a good practice, but I don't think we're going here this season, if I'm not mistaken.
I do not believe it is on the schedule.
Yeah. We did go. I think we did come here last season. So
yes. Yep.
Yeah. But Jason, I just wish Jason would try to hear me out whenever it comes to the car setups. I'm pretty sure he would have been a lot faster. He's just got to give it time and give it more practice.
Yes, sir. He's getting there. He's hanging with you. And Todd Smith was there too. If he hadn't went off sequence and pitted, I think he would have had something for you guys too.
Yeah, I think he is fast, but I think he wears out his tires a lot quicker than most. But I know the last race of last season at Las Vegas, he had it down. He had something going on. He was able to do what he had to do, and he won that race.
Yes, sir.
But tonight he was fast all practice long. But for him to be off sequence and still come back and finish third like that was pretty ballsy.
Yes, it was. He had just missed all that incident behind him too. He come up to 35, 29, and 48 were having a whale of a battle for fourth, and Todd just cleared them all and kept on trucking. Got up to third, so that will do it here. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for running with us.
Yeah, thank you. It's pretty awesome league and new network.
Yes, sir. We're happy to have you here on FGN, First Gear Network. I'm sure we'll be talking to you more the rest of the season, so we'll hunker down here and get to know you a little more. Let all the viewers out there know you. So
yeah.
Well, that'll do it. I appreciate it, man. Thank you.
Yep. Thank you, Edwin.
That will do it for our first Gear Racing Gen 6 Cup Series race here on the First Gear Network live on YouTube. Thank you, everyone, for keeping me entertained in the chat. I know I didn't call all of y'all out in the chat, but it's there. We'll laugh about it later. Everyone have a good night. Again, condolences to Ivan on the loss of his son. Y'all stay happy and healthy out there, and we'll see you on the next one. Y'all have a good night.